Hi, I'm Ted Smith, Research Fellow for CNET Networks, and today I'd like to share with you some research we've done on motivations for influence, some new insights. Let's start with some common assumptions about what happens when one person gives advice to someone else. We like to think that what's happening here is that the person that's giving the advice or recommendation or whatever it might be is somehow an expert or, smarter than the other person, and that's really what powers a lot of the advice giving and recommending that goes on in the world. As it would turn out from our research, we found a very different kind of fuel. We found that it wasn't about being an expert or being smarter than the other person. It was actually centered on the motivation that the individual has to help the other person. And it starts with that person feeling like they've got good enough information to help the other person. And so if you think for a minute about situations in your own life, there are plenty of examples where somebody has asked you for advice about where to stay, for example, if you're on a business trip, or where to eat, or whatever it might be, where you've had to think about whether the advice that you can offer is good enough information that you feel confident that you can open your mouth about it and actually share that information. And when you do that and it works, this person says thank you, and you feel pretty good about that, and that encourages you to start the process all over again. And so what we get here is a picture not of the smartest person, the person that has all of this great expertise, but a person who is good at finding information and deciding whether that information is going to be relevant for the recipient. And that thank you and that high sense of self-worth is a real catalyst that makes this process repeat over and over and over again. And so you can see that will build and fuel networks of people helping other people. So at the end of the day, it's not really about being the smartest person or some sort of expert. It's really about being the most helpful person and being good about finding information that you think is going to help somebody else. And that's really what motivates influence.